here, thank you for joining me for this week's turning project video. I hope you're all well and you've had super creative weeks and weekends in your workshops. I've done loads of bowls recently, so this week I thought I would do something a little bit more spindle-like, for want of a better phrase, and I thought I would turn a bit of a Chalice goblet, Mike Waldt style. So that's what we're going to do today, and I've got a little piece of beech here which I've marked the centre of on each end. I'm going to put a tenon on this end which will go onto the tailstock end, and then the other end is going to go onto the stem centre. So I'm going to line it all up nice and centrally. Wind it in. Lock everything down, bring up the tool rest, check it doesn't hit just below centre, safety glasses on, and then grab the roughing gouge, big roughing gouge, fire up the lathe, starting fairly slowly of course, and then building the speed up. Now I'm a little bit nervous because this is quite a big piece and this is quite a big roughing gouge and I'm not overly used to it, so we'll just see how we get on. With the piece round, I can now put a tenon on the right hand end, and it's going to go into a set of standard 2-inch jaws, and I know that I need about a 12-inch, 11 or 12-inch tenon. 11 or 12-inch tenon, that's not right. Millimetre tenon, about half an inch, which is about there. Then I'll take the Les Thorn 10mm skew, just and then I'll flatten off the back a little bit. I've got to be really careful because what I don't want to do is make the tenon too small like Mike did at Coventry. That's good, I'm happy with that. Right, I can now turn it round in the chuck, and then I can start making the rough shape for the outside. Right, I've got the piece rotated or flipped over into the chuck and it's nice and secure. And because we're going to do a sort of a chalice type shape, I want to work out roughly where my bits are going to go, so I need to think a bit about tiny little base, a stem, and then the actual goblet cup itself. But I also need to remember that I need to part it off, so I need a waste block at the end which I'll put about there-ish, and then a bit of a base will go about there, so that's another 12mm in from the left up. And then I'm just kind of doing this by eye rather than mathematically. And then I think we'll put about there. So roughly halfway along the blank. And the blank, I forgot to tell you, is just over 6 inches long from the bottom of the tenon. So I'm going to start off by flattening off the very end where the bowl's going to go. That looks okay. And then I'm going to take the bowl gouge. I'm going to take the bowl gouge to do the bulk of the shaping. So we've got our stemmy bit here. So I'm going to start with a bit of a taper for the cup, and then a little bit of the stem going to come in here. Not going to do too much because I still need to hollow it out. As I've gone down there, as I've been making the cut, obviously I can see the whole piece, and as I'm going down, it's almost like I'm feeling that's where the bottom of the cup needs to be. So I've come down and I've felt just about there. That's where the bottom of the cup needs to be, so that's where I'm starting to take the taper in to the stem. Just there. Right, and I think I'm going to leave it there, and then I'm going to move one of the cameras round so you can get a better view of the hollowing.
Well, I don't know where I am. I've been transported to Martin's Saban-Smith Black Dog workshop. Or what's this? Abortion? Oh, it's supposed to be a goblet. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. While Martin's not here, I'll hollow this out for him, and he'll wonder who's been in. Well, hopefully, with any luck, I'll keep the bowl on this one. Well, I must say this is a lovely workshop. I don't know how I got here. Right, I'm going to start off with this 3/8 bowl spindle gouge. This is all electronic, I don't know. Press the on button, and there it is. You can see that little dimple there. We'll get rid of that to start with. I'll just make a little indent. And what I do now normally is to get a drill, but I can't find one. So we'll go back to the basic way of hollowing, and as you're going to see, I haven't done basic hollowing for a while. Get rid of the nerve. Quite sure what Martin's got planned for this pseudo goblet. Let's try it all again. See if we can get any better with that. Oh, now we're moving. No, we're not. Martin how far down he wants to go. So we're just about down to here now. So I could ask him if I can find him somewhere whether that's where he wants it, because it's his goblet after all said and done.
Hello. It's really good to have Mike here today.
And it's really good to be here, although I can't use the tools because it's got different grinds than I do.
Well,
that should be no excuse.
Well, that just goes to show that everybody does prefer sometimes a different grind on their tools. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm quite happy.
Excuse me.
I'm quite happy with that. That looks nice. That does. Yeah, brilliant.
Well, it wouldn't go that far. But,
yeah, no, it's nice.
The shape's still rubbish.
Yeah, it's very nice.
The shape's still rubbish.
Yeah, the walls are about a mile thick. But
well, it depends how thick you want your goblet. I'll go down to 1/8 of an inch if you want.
No, stop showing off.
No.
I'm just glad you kept the top on.
I'll go around. I'm glad you kept the stem thick.
Yeah, that's why I left it that thick. Right.
I must say, before he carries on, it is a great honour to be here. I'll take these silly glasses off. It is a great honour to be here. It's a fabulous shop, and if you ever get a chance, and he hasn't promoted me to say this, if you ever get a chance, get down here, visit, take your lessons, and enjoy the atmosphere. And there's a brilliant view as well. It's a great pleasure to be here.
Yeah. No, it's good to have you, Mike. Right, let's reset the cameras again, and then we can look at arguing about the shape of the final piece.
There will be no argument actually, because I'm going to do it. So.
Oh, we need to finish the bowl as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we need to sand the inside. Although
yeah.
Not a lot of sanding needed because it's such a perfect finish. But
yeah. So we'll sand the inside, and then we'll come back to you.
Maybe.
Now we have finished the inside. And I'm sure if you switch over to Mike's channel, you'll be able to see exactly what happened after we finished hollowing out the inside of the bowl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the outside of the goblet cup, and then Mike's going to do the stem bit. And so I'm going to take a bowl gouge to do this because I like the bowl gouge. Lathe's going at just over 2000 RPM, and the bottom of the bowl is about there. So I'm going to put just a little mark at the bottom of the bowl. Just so I know I can't take it too much deeper than that. And that little wobble you can hear there is because I might have got a catch. Might.
There's no might about it.
I can feel I've got a bit more thickness to the wall down here that I can play with, so I'm going to take that down a little bit more. I'm going to switch to spindle gouge just to get a little bit of finer cutting going on. Wait,
Just take it down to about
3/4 of an inch?
yeah.
Ish, okay.
That'll be fine. For safety. But Martin is a devil-may-care man. He likes to go where nobody dares to go.
Yep.
No, I like the look of that. In fact, I think we'll leave the stem as it is. It looks nice. It's sort of.
It does. Should we just part it off here?
Chunky. Yeah. Well, that's what I usually do.
I've just got a little bit of tear out just in here.
Oh, we wouldn't want that, would we? Considering the mess you made with the inside of the bowl.
No. There we are. That's just taking out the tear out just at the top.
Okay.
There. Right, there we go. And I'm going to hand over to the old man of goblets.
When he gets his glasses. Oh, the Bibles, couldn't it?
There you
Not the matter.
go. I'll put this pair on.
Right, we'll have a look. No, do you want to keep that bead?
Yes.
You want to keep the bead? So you
Yep.
basically...
Keep
okay,
the bead,
we're parting off
sweep it
here
off.
and just sweep it up about the foot about that wide and just sweep it up with a concave curve up to here.
Yeah, so we're going to part off on the far left line there.
On this one
There's
here.
your base.
You want to part off?
Part off there-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
and then
All
sweep
right,
up
well,
from
we'll
there.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
What we going to take? I don't know.
That's the Axminster spindle gouge. That's an Axminster butt. These two are Axminster
Where's
butt
the
gouges.
Salisbury?
Behind you. Purple and green.
We'll start off with this and we'll see how it goes. And we'll just
Yeah, that's nice. That I think it's a nice shape. It is a nice shape indeed.
Yeah, I think all we need to do here is, you see, I'd rather than have a bead, I quite like this bird's beak thing.
Yeah.
I got into that a bit lately, but that needs to come very slightly in, but it's not a big problem, as you can stand that. I quite like that.
I like that. I like that shape as well.
I could actually call it done there, and then you've got that as your.
That's going to part off just to the left
just
of that
there.
line. Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got a fairly substantial foot.
Yeah.
Job done. Sanding to be done.
Sanding to be done, and then I've actually just decided that I'm because beech. I mean, beech is a lovely wood, of course.
But he's got to colour it.
Oh no! I'm not going to colour it. I'm going to burn it.
All right. Well, you're going to add something to it.
I'm going to add something to it. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll sand this down to probably 400, and then I'll get the torch on, and I'll show you what we're going to do to it then.
Sounds good to me.
Now we've sanded the outside down to 400 grit, and at the moment we haven't put on any sealer or anything like that, because I've decided that, you know, although beech is a very pretty wood, a scorch coming up the side a little bit, slightly feathered as it comes up, might actually look quite nice. I've not scorched a goblet before, so we'll see, but there is enough weight down here at the bottom of the piece, at the bottom of the cup.
His idea, not mine.
Yeah, very much my idea. There's enough weight at the bottom of the cup, so we should be okay. So I'm not going to run the lathe for it. I've dusted the bed down. So I'm going to turn the chuck slowly with my hands and just begin to burn slowly up the side of the piece. Take a piece of 400 paper and just very lightly sand that back. Just to take off some of the soot. I will run a Sharpie in there just to add the black in there, because I don't want to be throwing a flame in there too hard, because it's going to possibly crack it. So a little bit of a Sharpie run in there has just darkened that down quite nicely. And then, where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. I'm going to take an acrylic sanding sealer for this bit. And because there's still some heat in the wood from the flame, it's drying off really, really, really quick.
And the question I think quite a few people might have, Martin, is why acrylic sanding sealer as opposed to cellular sanding?
I'm using an acrylic sanding sealer. That's a very good question, Mike. I'm using an acrylic sanding sealer for this because I've used a Sharpie. And a Sharpie is solvent based. And I have a very strong suspicion that if I'd used a cellulose sanding sealer, it would have just pulled the Sharpie straight off. So as you can see there, where the Sharpie's gone in, it's blended beautifully with the scorching mark, and nobody will be any the wiser, apart from you, of course.
So if you had a question about why using acrylic instead of cellulose, you've had your answer.
Yeah, so don't leave any comments about why I used an acrylic sanding sealer, because I have answered it.
That is looking stunning.
That's come up beautifully.
If you notice that the bit that's come up the very, very best is the stem. I don't know who turned the stem, but
yeah, that's come up.
It's come up
beautifully.
Really well.
Really, really nice. I'm very, very pleased with that.
I feel a copy coming on a future video on my channel, actually. I like that idea very much.
Yeah, that's nice, that. Right, Mike, you're going to come and part it off?
Yeah, why not? And this will be interesting. I'm thinking there.
Yeah, you might have to adjust the height of the tool rest.
Yeah, just you don't use them as normal here then? Because I normally have it fairly, fairly low.
I normally use it as normal, but I find with that going in and finishing bang on centre is great. And it is also quite a flexible blade as well, because it's quite long.
Okay, this will be interesting. And rev's the same, 1800, 1600, whatever.
Yeah, that should be okay. Whatever you're comfortable.
I normally part off less than this because of burning, but you don't get burning with that then, presumably.
I haven't found that so far.
Right. So I reckon there. Do you agree? See,
yeah,
it's a
looks
goblet
okay.
for you. And don't forget when you're parting off to part off with an undercut. Very impressed with that.
Beautiful.
Not a burn inside. Now all we have to do now is to get rid of the little nub on the bottom, which you could use a skew and then a little bit of a little point to note when you're doing this with the skew is to do it with the grain, or a chisel if you use a chisel, and then all that needs is a bit of tidying up with a palm sander, and just put on there to show you that it sits nice and flat. I think a nice job.
That is a very good job.
And I do like that feather burning there. I think that is really adds a nice bit of character to it, and a good tip as well with the Sharpie. Yeah, very impressed with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Good.
Yeah.
It's come out well.
It has come up very well.
So I think we both have to sign it, and it'll stay in the Black Dog workshop.
Yeah, I think that we'll have to get the pyrography pen out to do that. Yeah, super job. Well, there we go, folks. Thank you very much indeed for joining us for this project video. I hope you found it interesting and entertaining as well. It's been, as I said, it's been great to have Mike down at the Black Dog Workshop today, and he's going to turn a bowl now. Not on video though, but yeah, thank you very much indeed for joining me or joining us, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon for another project video. Thanks very much. Bye for now.
Goodbye to you, and goodbye to you.
Cheers. Bye for now.